Hello, today we are going to learn about six American movements. So, the American movements took an important place, an important role in the history of the United States because those movements helped a lot to the independence of this country. So, the people of this movement faced really hard moments to build a different society, a different country, with different treats, with equality, etc. So, in this video, we are going to discover those important aspects. Okay, the first movement is the Age of Faith, 1907 1750. So the Age of Faith was dominated by religion. Religion dominated their lives and writings. Puritans used writing to explore their inner and outer lives for the scenes of the workings of God. So, related with Puritans, they were Protestants who lived in England, but they got a part of England because of the religion period. So, this age was characterized by faith. Everything about the age of faith, they wrote about religion. Everything that they wrote was about religion. And because they know that God was the center of the world. So one of the characteristics, or the most important characteristic of this age is its writing style that is plain. They were just direct in the things that they want to say. One example of plain is the Geneva Bible. They wrote direct sermons, histories, letters, and all of them based on the Bible. That was the age of faith. So the second one is the Age of Reason, 1730-1860. The Age of Reason started during the time of the American Revolution and growth of patriotism. Reason and logic were used as opposed to faith alone. This time was known as the Enlightenment. So the characteristic of this age is its writing style that was ornate types. What is ornate types? So it used a lot of figure of language, a lot of metaphors to write and to have a nice language to transmit the things that they want to transmit. So these ornate types involves political pamphlets, essays, travel writing, speeches, articles. So it was characterized by science. The center of the world was the man. The man, uh, the people started to open their eyes to have a life with science. Okay, number three, Romanticism, 19th century American literature. So, Romanticism emphasized passion, imagination, and intuition, and free spontaneous diction. Romanticism is for pleasure, not political, and get very personal. It can have elements of the supernatural and be very emotional. So the characteristic of this age is that they wrote short stories, novels, and poetry. So all of those things were like fiction because they wanted to escape from the reality they had by this time. So Romanticism was basically based on the nature, on how nature is beautiful, and they were just thinking about how to escape from the consequences that they were left. That was Romanticism. No, it's like beautiful things, right? Okay, the following is number four, Realism, 1864-1915. So realism authors portray life in a realistic way without sugarcoating anything because they wanted to write reality. Humans have some degree of free that will can exercise to affect their situation. So realism comes together with romanticism. In that age, the authors write what they see in the moment, what they feel in the moment, everything about the environment. So they believe that one day they will be free. That was realism. Okay, number five, naturalism, 1865-1915. It describes a type of literature that attempts to apply scientific principles of objectivity and detachment to its study of human beings. So the characteristic of that age is that the authors were most interested on knowing the human body, knowing how the human being was formed, how the nature was explained scientifically. So they were focused on the major drama, focused on the lower class for its characters, violence, and taboo themes. They believe that the nature itself is an indifferent force. Okay, and the last one, number six, regionalism, 1865-1902. It was focused on the problem of each region. So what does it mean? For example, if a person belongs to the low class, that writer has to write about just problems to the low class. That's the same with the middle class. The writer that belong uh, to that class have to write about the problem just to the middle class, and that's the same with high class. If a person belongs to the high class, that person has to write just to the high class. That is the characteristic, and that is regionalism. So, and they believe that the representation of life is important. So that is all from my part. I hope you have enjoyed the video. See you soon.